Okay, well, this is just gonna be one video. I was gonna make a series, but you know what? I'm not, like, I don't feel like making it. So, anyways, this guy. There's been a lot of fear-mongering recently in the Badline forums and various places that, oh my god, jitter clicking, it causes carpal tunnel syndrome. But in reality, none of this is based in reality. I don't know what I just said. But anyways, it's not based on any experimental verification at all. So this guy basically saying the real question is how similar is jitter clicking to, say, holding a vibrating chainsaw or jackhammer. Okay, so first of all, when you jitter click, your muscles is what's causing it. And then when you are holding a chainsaw, it's an external force on the muscles. So the muscles are not ready for it. When you jitter click, it's internal, okay? Is yes to that question. Jitter clicking is 100% dangerous. Okay, what? No. What? Okay, first of all, a jackhammer goes way faster than what, like, you can jitter click. Try putting a jackhammer on your mouse. It's not even coherent. Okay, now, who wants to answer it? Okay, I'll go on to say it. Watch. Okay, so right here, hand arm vibration. Okay, now people are conflating an external vibration from an internal vibration. When you're internally vibrating your hand, it's your muscles. It's like you're not, like, this is all this is when people are using, like, machinery, tools constantly, okay? Now, jitter clicking is something completely different. It's an internal. If you want to know what jitter clicking comes from, make a fist. Just make a fist and then squeeze your muscles. That's what jitter clicking is. It's not an external force. It's an internal, kind of like a, I don't know, you're basically just like making a fist. That's what it is. You're making a fist and putting it on your mouse, and it creates clicks if you do it correctly. There is nothing to do with vibration that is external. This is all about operators, tools, and everything. The reason it's different internally than externally is because when you're, first of all, it goes much slower. I think I've gone over this. Slower internally. Second of all, making a fist is completely natural. Your body does that normally. Okay? You can do it normally, right? Your muscles can do that naturally. Okay, if you don't believe me, test this, okay? Make a fist, okay? Now squeeze your muscles. If you've jitter clicked before, you should probably notice that it's difficult to hold your hand still when you do that. And that's because you've been jitter clicking. What jitter clicking is it's just you're holding your muscles and then squeezing your muscles, okay? This is not even, it's nothing to do with vibration and external gibberish. This is just the whole thing's gibberish. Anyways, then he links this, and this doesn't even tell you anything about anything. Like, all it's just the anatomy of the wrist, certain underlying health problems. Okay, so first of all, the carpal tunnel is caused when the median nerve in your hand in the carpal tunnel becomes aggravated. That's induced by repetitive hand motion, or there's a bunch of other factors that no one in Minecraft would, like, even have, like, fucking, like, menopause or something, that could, or pregnancy that could lead to it. But I can't believe that people are actually trying to argue for this. You have to compress the nerve, and you really, like, okay, when you jitter click, it's your entire arm that's moving. If you had a repetitive wrist motion, okay, if anything, the normal clicking is actually more potent than jitter clicking, because when you normally click, your carpal tunnel is actually aggravated more, because when you normally click, it's your wrist moving. I mean, it's a bit of your hand, but because I think your hand moves or your arm moves in relation to your wrist, but your wrist is the one that's moving. That's where the carpal tunnel is. When you jitter click, it's your entire arm. It's not the carpal tunnel and the median nerve. Okay, now back to this. Also, does jitter clicking pressure your median nerve? Repeated hand and wrist movement. Okay. Right here, carpal tunnel, median nerve passes. Things that help carpal tunnel syndrome induce conditions Repeated hand and wrist movements. When you jitter click, your hand is not moving. It's your arm. It's your arm. It is not your hand. Your wrist is not moving. It's your arm. It's not even coherent. It doesn't make any sense. There's no experimental verification on this. There's no way to... Okay, the people who study this aren't even sure what causes it, so please stop fear-mongering. And there was another guy. He went on the forums, and I think the thread got removed, and he posted a video of someone having carpal tunnel surgery, and he said, if you jitter click, this will happen to you. And I'm just like, no, this is complete bullshit. So I got into an argument with the DeGaulle Brick, and we went on and on about different things, and I finally refuted them in a humongous post, a very long post. I kind of keyboard warriored it, I guess if that's even a correct word, probably not. Anyways, and I explained to him why there are no people are just completely missing the point here. They're using medical research, and they're interpreting it as jitter clicking. Okay, now something like regular clicking, that might cause carpal tunnel syndrome, but jitter clicking won't because your entire arm is vibrating. Okay, now next thing. The players in the studies say, let's see. Okay. Once again, first one, forceful and repetitive hand movement. Your hand is not moving. Your hand is not, it's not moving. It's your arm that's moving your hand. When you jitter click, your arm is moving. And, okay. Do you want to test this? Okay, what you need to do is I want you to jitter click, but put your elbow, actually, that's a little difficult. Put your wrist on your mouse, okay? Or put it a little bit below the wrist, okay? You can see that you can still jitter click perfectly fine if you just it's a little awkward because you have to have, your finger is way better to do it. But below your arm, you can still jitter click. Or below your wrist, you can still jitter click. It's a little bit difficult to get the clicks out, of course, because it's not a finger. But it shows that the hand movements that they're talking about here, it's big. Okay. If someone would to be, I don't know, moving their hand in the circular formation constantly, like say they're on an assembly line, right? Now, if they're just doing the same motion over and over again that involves wrist movement, yes, that could cause carpal tunnel syndrome. Jitter clicking, no, it cannot, because your wrist is not moving, it's your arm. Okay, next one. Hand-arm vibration. Once again, it's an internal versus external problem. Working for long periods in the same or awkward positions. Jitter clicking, you're putting your hand on your mouse and vibrating your arm, and then it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, next one. This guy, the Hunter Wolf, made a humongous thread about how he got jitter or carpal tunnel from jitter clicking, and it's kind of funny because he never actually got diagnosed for it. So I called him out and I said, there is not even any experimental verification for this. And he basically replied to your question to this biologist, not me much, has a biologist. Okay. I actually asked this on a legitimate, it was on, I think, physics forums, which in the biology section, to people who literally have PhDs in biology, so they like know what they're talking about. You don't have to jitter click yourself to understand it. All you have to know is the causes of it, and it's just a bunch of gibberish, honestly. He knows the effects. Oh my. Okay. This doesn't make any. This is not even. This is a non sequitur. Please explain to me how if you don't jitter click. Okay. If you don't jitter click, you can still know the causes and effects of jitter clicking, because jitter clicking is something that happens in your arm. So they know it's a biological process. It's nothing weird. Okay. Then he calls me out for blatant ignorance. Experimentally means related to experience or experimentation. Alrighty, let's see about that. Experimentally. Definition. Founded on experiment. The nature of an experiment. Based on derived from experience. Empirical. Now, on this, I was using the first definition in experimental science. Then, he calls me out for conflating the two terms, and he believes that I am using the fourth definition. Now, I could clarify that, but I'm just too lazy to do it right now. Now, my whole post is very related to my own experience. Your biologist, okay, he doesn't understand how things are proven in science. Okay, I'm not going to go into this whole thing, but you have to eliminate all other factors in order to deduce a causal link between two, like a cause and effect. Give me a second. I'm in Minecraft right now, and there are people. I'm gonna go on these pressure plates and. Oh, okay. It's lacking apparently. Alrighty, let me go back to that. Okay, now the correlation does not imply the causation. That's a common logical fallacy. I don't know what it's called, but I'm not going to use the fucking Latin because people seem to get really pissed off when I do that. But the correlation does not imply causation at all. Very rarely. So I don't even know what this guy's talking about. Okay, last thing. Also using vocabulary you don't even understand. Understand does not make you look smart. Okay, he intentionally conflates, or he intentionally conflates two definitions of experiment in order to try to prove me wrong. Okay, so this guy's the guy who's in the wrong here. Yeah, this guy knows exactly what he's talking about. WebMD, and look at the causes of carpal tunnel for a candidate. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. Repetitive motions, like typing or any motions in the wrist that you do over and over. Typing, yes, you're moving your wrist. Okay. Jitter clicking, no, you're not moving your wrist. It's your arm. It's your arm. Once again, do the thing where you jitter click with your elbow or right below the wrist. You'll see that it's your arm. Okay? Now, if you have some other symptom or some other fucking problem with the arm that could be caused by that, yeah, okay, maybe. But carpal tunnel syndrome is not caused by jitter clicking. But they insist it is, and it's not.
You need to shut the fuck up.